5:49. Now it's time for Talking with Joe. Joe Rose live from the 560 The Joe WQAM studios this morning. All right, Joe, let's talk about some of those issues the Dolphins had this weekend. No shortage of those to discuss.
Plenty of them.
Specifically, the offensive line. Two of the starters on the line weren't even on the team until a week before the game. So these guys kind of looking at each other like, hi, nice to meet you. What's your name? What's going on? And then they're expected to play together and be a cohesive unit. Joe, what do you think the biggest issue with the O-line was this past weekend?
Oh, you can't talk just offensive line. I mean, you could talk every part of this team wasn't prepared, nor is it good enough, have talent enough to win games. But offensive line, I think we hit on this, or at least we did on the radio yesterday morning. You can't ask the greatest offensive line coach in the world, whoever that might be, to put together 5 guys in a matter of a couple of days. I don't care how many years they've been in the league, what teams they've been on. 5 guys, it's the one position that needs to have time together. And the biggest problem is not just one-on-one matchups, which they weren't good enough with, but also all the blitzes that were coming from different places. You go back and you watch Fitzpatrick running for his life where nobody touched these blitzers. They were just untouched. They were running in like, wow, how great is this? Nobody's here. And so, yeah, there's a lot of problems, but I don't know why we'd expect anything else. It's impossible. Dolphins should never have been in this situation. I don't care if you're tanking, if you're blanking, or whatever you're doing. You can't do that. It's ridiculous.
I appreciate that, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you. I thought you need a little rhyme in there as well.
Let's keep it PG this morning.
5 guys need time together.
All right, Joe, so another major issue for the Dolphins secondary. Lamar Jackson basically had his way with the defensive backs, torching them for 5 touchdowns. Minkah Fitzpatrick telling reporters he thought the issues were both on the players and the coaching, in part for putting the players in the wrong positions. Ooh, seems like they should know what positions they should be playing and what works best for them at this point in the game. Joe, should the coaches face some of the blame in this situation?
Well, Brian Flores did say, I got to do a better job. And when he said, I got to do a better job, his coaching staff, especially defensively, has got to do a lot better job. Here's how I kind of looked at this thing. We got caught up in this Lamar Jackson. We know he can run, but can he throw from the pocket? And so we kind of left him back there in that pocket way too long, and guys were wide open. No safety in the middle of the field, no help. A lot of those plays were big plays down the middle of the field. There was no help on anybody, and the coverage was bad, which a lot of it falls back on the players. But you can't ask anybody to cover as long as those guys were asked to when you have a 3- or 4-man rush, and nobody gets close to the quarterback. I mean, we're talking about record times of holding the ball back there.
Yeah,
and I'm not taking anything away from Lamar Jackson. He was really good, but
they made it a little easier for him than they could have. That's for sure, Joe. All right. We will talk to you. We will talk to you in the next hour, Joe. See you soon.
We have a couple more minutes. We could talk about other problems
I'm
with
sure
the team.
there are plenty that you can discuss. That's why you have a radio
Yeah.
show, Joe. We'll talk to you soon, though. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Sorry, Lauren. Thank you.
No, you're good.